Do you ever find yourself staring at the wall in the dead of night, when the world goes quiet, just lost in thought? Why are we here? Are we truly just the accidental byproduct of billions of years of blind evolution? Or is there a piece of the human puzzle that has been deliberately hidden from us? Because the deeper you look, the more our own biology starts to feel like an unsolved cosmic mystery. Nature spends millions of years perfecting its creatures, molding them to fit their environments like a glove. But humans? We're still fighting a losing battle against our own skin and bones. We are a bizarre species. We lay awake at night, unable to silence our own minds. Our spines buckle under our own weight. Giving birth is a matter of life and death. We can't even fully sync up with the natural rhythm of our own planet. And here's the kicker. From an evolutionary standpoint, these anomalies are incredibly hard to explain. For millennia, ancient civilizations claimed that humanity was crafted. Maybe these were just myths. Maybe they were just history's oldest metaphors. Or maybe they were fragments of a forgotten truth. Today we are going down that rabbit hole. Sure, humanity is the dominant force on Earth. We've built concrete jungles, conquered the deepest oceans, and left footprints on the moon. But despite all of our triumphs, we still can't escape the constraints of our own biology. And, oddly enough, this isn't just a modern conspiracy theory. It hits close to home in ancient texts written thousands of years ago. Take the Popol Vuh, the sacred text of the Maya. It describes how the gods went through multiple failed trials in their laboratory before creating modern humans. According to the legend, the first versions were completely flawed. Some couldn't think, some couldn't speak, and others rebelled against their makers. Some accounts even say that nature itself turned hostile against these imperfect creations. Now, you could dismiss this as pure mythology, but researchers point out a terrifying recurring theme at the heart of these stories. Think about it. Polar bears thrive in the freezing Arctic. Deep-sea fish handle crushing ocean pressure. Birds are born to conquer the skies. And then there's us. Leave a human under the sun for a few hours, and our skin burns. We literally get skin cancer from our own star. Leave us in the cold without artificial clothes, and we freeze to death in minutes. We are a prototype full of factory defects, suffering from our own skeletal structures. Mainstream science tells us this is just the price of evolution. We grew bigger brains, we stood on 2 feet, and we developed a complex consciousness. But that's exactly where the plot thickens. The human body doesn't act like a system that evolved slowly over millions of years. It acts like a system that was hacked and remodeled overnight. And the most painful proof of this? Human childbirth. Look at any other mammal in the wild. A deer gives birth in minutes, in total silence, and the fawn is up and running moments later. In nature, birth is a seamless, beautiful cycle. For humans, it's a bloody battle between life and death, filled with agony and screams. We are the only species on Earth that faces such a high risk of mortality just to bring new life into the world. Could this be a cosmic design flaw? Medical science actually has a name for it: cephalopelvic disproportion. In layman's terms, human intelligence grew so fast that the female pelvis couldn't keep up. Our brains are literally too big for our bodies. As a result, human babies are forced to be born underdeveloped, essentially premature. They can't walk, they can't survive, and they remain entirely helpless for months. It's as if someone crammed a massive upgrade into a hardware that wasn't ready for it. It happened at a breakneck speed that defies the slow laws of evolution. But the real turning point wasn't just standing upright or having a massive brain. It was our ability to speak. Language is the bedrock of civilization. It's how we pass down culture, belief, science, and history. And this sudden mental leap is hardwired into our DNA. Scientists have spent years studying a specific genetic structure linked to speech, the FOXP2 gene. Humans and chimpanzees share about 98% of the same DNA. But that critical 2%, the FOXP2 gene that makes us human, didn't change through millions of years of slow, random mutations. It looks like someone used a molecular pair of scissors to cut and paste our genetic code in a fraction of evolutionary time. About 200,000 years ago, something broke the mold. Our brains expanded, language emerged, and humanity suddenly broke away from the rest of the animal kingdom. It feels less like evolution and more like a laboratory intervention. But the strangest glitch in the human machine isn't even visible to the naked eye. It's buried deep inside our perception of time. Our entire world revolves around Earth's 24-hour day, yet modern chronobiology experiments have revealed a mind-bending truth. When humans are placed in deep underground bunkers, completely isolated from sunlight, clocks, and the outside world, their bodies reject the 24-hour cycle. Deprived of external cues, the human biological clock naturally drifts toward a 25-hour cycle. If we evolved entirely on this planet, why is our internal clock fundamentally out of sync with the rotation of the Earth? Could the human body be carrying the hardwired remnants of a completely different environment? A world with a different rhythm, a world where a day lasts 25 hours. Our battle with this planet goes all the way down to its physical core. Walking upright gave us our hands, but it cursed our spines. Back pain, herniated discs, joint failures, these are uniquely human plagues. Our spines are constantly fighting a losing battle against Earth's gravity. Our hearts have to work overtime, pumping blood upward against a crushing gravitational pull. When the pressure becomes too much, we suffer from hypertension. We are practically the only species that dies from high blood pressure. It's as if our bodies were engineered for a planet with much lower gravity, a place that wouldn't crush our bones or strain our hearts. And it begs the question, what if we were never meant for this world's physics? Interestingly, this isn't a modern concept. 5,000 years ago, the ancient Sumerians carved a chilling story into clay tablets. They spoke of advanced beings called the Anunnaki who descended from the heavens. The tablets claim that the Anunnaki engineered a hybrid worker race to do their heavy lifting. The name of that first engineered human in the Sumerian texts? Adapa, which later evolved in other cultures into the name we all know, Adam. According to the myth, the god Enki granted Adapa intelligence and speech, the FOP2 upgrade, but deliberately withheld immortality. Because if you give a worker both intelligence and eternal life, they are no longer a servant. They become your equal. Thousands of years later, the book of Genesis 3:22 echoes this exact cosmic fear. The text reads, "The man has now become like one of us, knowing good and evil. He must not be allowed to reach out his hand and take also from the tree of life and eat and live forever." Two texts, separated by millennia and thousands of miles. Why did they both view human consciousness not as a blessing, but as a dangerous breach of a master-servant contract? Maybe it's all just mythology. Maybe humanity just invented these stories to cope with the terrifying loneliness of existence. Or maybe these ancient tales are the breadcrumbs of a truth we were forced to forget. Because no matter how deep you dig, the human body, the human mind, and our ultimate origin story remain shrouded in darkness. And perhaps the most captivating part of this mystery lies in that one ancient name, the Anunnaki. Who they were, what they truly represented, and why they are so perfectly stitched into the fabric of our origins has been debated for thousands of years. In our next chapter, we are going inside those tablets, straight into the heart of the ancient laboratories where it all began. Because maybe the ultimate question was never, are we alone in the universe? Maybe the real question is, who are we?